Okay, that concludes our time for questions tonight. I did neglect to mention early in the meeting that one of our candidates, John Schwartz, was not able to be here tonight due to illness. So there are 7 candidates. And now we'll begin with our closing statements. Each candidate will have 2 minutes for our closing statement, and this time we'll begin with Mr. Alvord.
My message has not changed since the day I decided to run for City Council. My tagline is getting Roseville back to work. I'm doing this, I'm running to help our economy. That's the only reason I'm running. I know I have a skill set and some experience that can really make a difference on City Council. My wife and I have decided to retire here. We decided that many years ago, and she's given me permission to spend 4 or 8 years of my life to make a difference in the city I want to retire in. Roseville's unemployment rate is higher than the state average. We need to change that. Over 90% of all the jobs in Roseville, and it's actually like the state, they belong to small business. That's a huge amount of our workforce working for small business. One way to work on our economy is to do things to help those small businesses. Work on supporting our entrepreneurs, provide incubation services, training services to help them stabilize and grow their businesses. We've got the ability to do this, and that's going to have a drastic effect on our city. One example I gave before is teardrop signs. We lowered the sign ordinance, slackened it, but we still don't allow teardrop signs. There's a cell phone dealer close by here that budgets in his budget between $1,000 and $2,000 a year to pay the fines for the signs that he puts up. They're actually pretty nice flag signs. But when he doesn't have them out there, he doesn't make money for his employees. When he puts them out there, he makes tremendous revenue. It's worth it to him to pay for this. We need to think about things like that in our economy. We don't want ugly signs, but we just little things. There's so many little things we can do to help the small business owners out. I would like you to please seriously consider who you vote for. You've got 7 candidates. There's 3 seats open. Pick
First of all, I want to thank Jack Wallace for setting this up, and to the League of Women for helping us out. As your council member, my priorities are smaller government. There's a community development corporation. It spends money. The city gives it money, but the corporation doesn't tell you what they spend it for. I'd like to see a forensic audit to say where the money came from and where the money is going. I'd like to see a balanced budget without any gimmicks. There were $2.8 million moved from the health care fund to balance it. I want honest government. I don't want to see fees that are hidden taxes. I'd like to see reasonable compensation for all city employees. That's why we're doing this initiative. And I would suggest and seek your vote for the City Council. Thank you.
Ms. Garcia?
Thank you. My priorities continue to be the same in 2007 as they do today, and that is public safety is my top priority, to keep our community safe through our community policing programs, and also provide quick emergency response to our residents. Fiscal responsibility, to be prudent with our tax dollars and ensure that our city provides always a balanced budget. Maintain a high level of city services, ensure that we're able to deliver the premier services to all of you that you trust and have enjoyed over the years. We're very lucky to have all the bike trails, the libraries, the senior and youth programs. And economic development, as you've heard me say, is high on my priority. I want to bring jobs and tax dollars to our community. I feel that I have a true commitment to serving all of our residents and businesses here in Roseville. I think I have a good proven track record serving on the council since 2007 and have been able to show all of you that. As a lifelong resident, I represent the past as well as the future of Roseville. And I also feel that my business experience working in banking for the last 32 years has brought a good fiscal approach to my work on the council. I also described I have good communication skills and will continue to listen to our residents' needs and act quickly on what you are looking for and get a decision back to you right away. I would appreciate your vote on November 6th. Thank you for attending this evening.
Ms. Gore?
You know, we're all motivated to run for Roseville City Council for different reasons, and my top priorities are making sure that we stimulate our local economy. that we assure that we have a fiscally sound and efficient government, and that we provide safe and clean neighborhoods and great parks and amenities. And those are great things, and those are things that I will work towards. But ultimately, at the end of the day, a city council is responsible for making sure that we're fiscally responsible and that we've got a balanced budget. That's most important. And at the end of the day, after everyone is elected and we sit up there on the diocese, it comes down to making sure we balance those campaign promises with making sure we do what's right for the city. And what I can tell you in that light is that there are things that I will not compromise on. I will not compromise on making sure we have safe streets, great public safety. I won't compromise on making sure that we have a balanced budget, that we use our dollars wisely. And I'll make sure that I make land use decisions based on what's fiscally responsible for the city. I'll listen to your concerns, I'll listen to your opinions, and I'll do my best to represent you as a city council member. I certainly would be honored to receive your vote on November 6th, and I would really appreciate your support as I run for Roseville City Council. Thank you.
Mr. Mendonsa?
Yogi Berra once said that if you don't know where you're going, you'll end up somewhere else. And if you vote for the wrong person, if the wrong person is elected in November, this city could end up somewhere else. All of us up here are running for a 4-year term. That's 4 years, and that's a 4-year direction this city will take. So some of us span ahead you don't know where we're going to be in 4 years. Some of us might be different jobs, might be different homes within Roseville. Things change. We're in such a positive position right now in Roseville. We can't afford to take a step back. We have to continue to move forward. Our downtown is coming together. We have different projects coming together. This is not the time for us to have a wait-and-see attitude. We have to continue to move forward. And I know that I am that kind of a candidate. I can be that change. I can be that responsible voter. I can be that person that you can come to. I require very little sleep. I have twin daughters, so feel free to call me if at 3 in the morning you have this epiphany, like, oh my goodness, I would like to have an answer to that. I'll probably answer the phone. I don't sleep very much, and if I don't, I'll get back to you, but at a normal hour. I won't wake you up. I believe that I have a very good sense of right and wrong. I'm a very ethical person. I'm not going to waste your time or your money. I'm not going to take your trust lightly either. If you trust me with your vote on November 6th, I promise to work my hardest and do my best over the next 4 years on my honor as an Eagle Scout to do what I can to help you and to be honest and be forthright with your vote. So I hope that I can count on you on the 6th. I hope that you will take the time to learn more about me tonight. And if we don't get a chance to talk, I have a website, I'm on Facebook, I'm not hard to find. I would encourage you to seek me out. I would love to talk to you more at some point, be it over coffee or over the phone or even the internet. I want you to know who I am. I'm very transparent. I'm not going to hide the ball on you. But I want you to know that I'm in this for the long haul and I'm in it for all the right reasons. It's not for the pay, it's not for the title. It's in it to serve all of us as a city and as a community. Thank you.
Ms. Roccucci?
Yeah, I'm running for the city council because I think it's very important that we don't forget what a city is. You know, why are you here? What do you expect from a city council and what do you expect from your city? And if we can't produce those basic core services and be a city, then we shouldn't be. And I really believe that having the police and the fire and making it your insurance policy and making sure that your community is safe. I love Kaiser Permanente when they say, do it to thrive. And that's what I want to do it for Roseville. And I think that's the core interest that I have. We want to give you the atmosphere of where you can have a good residence, a real good business, with what we do best as a city. Make sure that we give you the best services possible at a cost-effective cost. And as I said, police and fire, we have water and electric. Most people don't ever even have that. They don't have the park system that we have here. But it wasn't just a nice thought. It was from our forefathers, other council members that have done this, current council members. But we have to make sure that we're making decisions wisely. I also agree with what's been said here about vacant buildings. And we're working real hard with with deferrals and fast tracking and doing things what we can to make sure that we offer that thriving atmosphere for businesses to come. Because I want businesses to come because it's a good place to be here, not that we're just throwing money out at them for nothing. I want to make sure that we make sense, economic sense when we make decisions. And that's what I'm looking forward to continue doing, because I think we're at a critical juncture. Downtown Roseville for me is not just a historic district. Both Carol and I grew up in Roseville, so this was like where we shopped and we lived, and it was real life as a kid and real stores. And I want it to be that way, but I want to make sure that what we do to make the cost for it is economically viable.
Thank you. That concludes our forum this evening. On behalf of the League of Women... On behalf of the League of Women Voters and the Roseville Coalition of Neighborhood Associations, I thank the candidates for participating. You all did a great job. I would also like to thank all the volunteers who made this forum possible. This forum has been designed to impart information to you, the voter, in accordance with our belief that a democratic government depends upon the informed and active participation of its citizens. We hope that the insights you've gained from tonight's forum will help you in making your decision on November 6th. Make sure to vote and help make our democracy work. Before you leave, please help yourself to some more refreshments in the back. And as you leave, there are materials on tables outside from the candidates. Feel free to pick some up. I think some of the candidates will be able to stay after the session to answer any questions that we didn't get to in this forum. And we have President Candace Massey from the League of Women Voters of Placer County here, who will help anyone registered to vote who hasn't so far, or answer any questions you have about the election, and sign you up to join the League of Women Voters if you're interested. Thank you very much for your participation tonight.